Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It has been a while. I was going to do a video about my July planner setup. So that's the last thing I talked about in my last video I did. I said that I was going to film a July planner setup and show you guys that. And I actually did do it and I did film it, but I didn't end up using the spread. I also didn't end up liking it all that much. And I never posted it, and life just happened after that. You know, things were getting a little crazy at work, and there was just a lot going on, and I was not in the temperament to film anything or be creative. But I am back. I have decided to start up again with everything. Things are going a little bit better now, and I've actually learned a lot about journaling, the methods that I like to use, and all of that stuff. So I'm quickly going to be talking about a few things today. So I'm not going to be doing any future planner setups for the next 2 months. Well, for the rest of the year, basically. I want to set this journal up, or planner, up in its entirety for next year because I do have a lot of things that I have to keep track of. But since it's November, I've just been using a notebook and taking notes as needed. So I can show you the July setup that I ended up doing, or the June setup for June. But I ended up doing it in the wrong spot. I did it in the May slot of the planner. So yeah, it was just a whole lot of not great. And what I ended up not liking about it was the big numbers. I thought that it would be nice to just write over it, but I don't know. I did not feel good about it. Yeah, June. It's supposed to be June, not July. Okay. So yeah, I like the tape and I like the little roses to mark important dates, but I didn't like the big numbers. And then I did like these pages. I did like how this came out and the purple over it. This was nice. I don't have that much trouble with how this came out, but I also made a mistake in the numbers of the dates. And so I realized that and I stopped and I never fixed it and I never uploaded the video. So yeah, that's what happened there. So I think I will probably repurpose this page and redo the dates somehow and move this to another spot in the planner. And I'm definitely going to be using this planner next year. I don't think I'm going to be making a lot of videos on it because it will have a lot of personal information and that's not really what my channel is about. But yeah, so that is what happened with that. And that's why, if you were waiting for this video, it never happened. Okay, so I'm going to put that aside. So I'll set this up for next year and I'll probably replace the papers that I've already used by either making completely different ones or using a dot grid and making a bullet journal style planning system, or I'll just maybe copy some of the pages. So I'll see, but I'm definitely going to be setting this up for next year. So that is what happened with that one. What I really do want to talk about in this video is my journaling and my method of journaling and how that kind of has changed and evolved over the months that I was using the TNs. So there is a video about making TN inserts and there is a flip through of this one completed on my channel. So this one I did show you and I talked about it quite in depth. I'm not going to go through that one again. So this was the first one that I made and used. Then I made and used this one. And I think I briefly showed you the start of it in the video that I did about this one. But this one was really fun. And I'm not going to go very in depth about explaining the journal. I'm just going to quickly flip through and show you what it looks like. And then talk about what I learned from using these and why I started using these instead of the big journal that I had made myself. So today won't be any in-depth flip throughs or process videos or anything like that. This is going to be my hello, I'm back, and update on how I'm journaling, what I learned, and then we can move on from there. And from the next videos, I'll do some process videos and other fun things. Okay, so let's get into it. Wow, I am really sidetracking myself. This video is probably going to be all over the place, and I apologize for that in advance. But yeah, I need to get back to the swing of things. And another thing is that the lighting might not be great because I'm filming this at night and not in natural daylight. Because again, time just got away from me, and I kept putting it off when I realized I wouldn't be able to film in daylight. But I think I just have to do it and try to fix as much as I can in editing, and hopefully it is still watchable and you can still enjoy the video. Okay, but let's get into it. So this is the one I used just after filling up this one. This was the very first one I used as a writing journal, and I did not make this one. I purchased this one and it had a grid. I'm not really going to show you through this one because it has only writing and it is mostly personal. So I'm not going to flip through that one. But so this is just writing, and I didn't make this. I bought this. And I really liked using this, so that's why I made this one. And I really liked using this as a junk journal type of creative journal, and I did do quite a comprehensive flip through on that one, and you can see that one on my channel. So I'm going to talk about these two. So I made this one and filled it up first, and it went quite fast because it is small and thin. And then I made this one. It was really pretty. I love the cover. This is a fabric sticker that I used to cover it, and again with the lace tape. I love that. So I'm just quickly going to go through these and talk about what I learned from using them. Okay, so actually let's start with why I actually started journaling in the TN size. So I had made this big journal for myself, and I thought I actually had a flip through of this on my channel already, but I don't. So yeah, I made this at the end of last year for myself. I made this using the course on Teachable from Nick the Booksmith. Adventures in Booksmithing, I believe is the name. It's on Teachable. And it is a wonderful course, absolutely worth it. I loved making this book, and I will definitely be making more in this style. I did some tweaks. I changed some things from her method, but I still really like how it came out. The raised part did not come out as clear as I would have liked, but this is still special to me because it was the first one I made using her course. And the inside is absolutely beautiful. I think this is one of my favorite journals I've made. However, what happened was when I started using it, I found it difficult because the entire journal is themed purple on the inside as well, and it is glorious. This is a used page, but so I have this kind of natural looking handmade paper, but I bought it, so it is mass produced, but it looks like handmade, and it has those little pieces of, see if I can focus on that, like the little pieces you can see of actual flowers and plants in it. It's really pretty. There's another one that looks a little bit different also in here. I actually really like these pages. They're very pretty and nice to journal on. But so yeah, the whole thing is purple themed with a bit of green. So this was a fabric dyed paper. This is an eco print from Nick that I just printed on matte photo paper on both sides. This is coffee dyed and lined, and then purple cardstock, craft paper, and then this is where it is used, which I will show you now. But I just want to show you that the theme is very purple and green, and I love this journal. I love the purple. Purple is my favorite color, and that's why I made this. And I thought that, wow, this is going to be so fun to use because it's my favorite color and it's so beautiful. But what happened was that I realized I hated covering up the purple theme and not going with it. So yeah, as you can see, lots of, and then here's the other kind of natural-ish paper with the leaves in it. And it's just gorgeous. I love this. Even now, looking through it and flipping through it, I'm like, yes, it's so pretty. But what happened was I didn't want to disturb the prettiness of the purple and the theme that was going on. And junk journaling, or the way that I journal, with lots of pictures and ephemera and things, is in its essence very eclectic. It has all kinds of colors, all kinds of papers, all kinds of wrapping, photographs, all in different colors and shades, and I felt like it was disturbing the beauty of this journal. So it became increasingly difficult for me to sit down and journal because I was not comfortable with how it was coming out. It didn't flow naturally. And every time I did do a page, I wasn't happy with it. I just didn't like how it looked. So I stopped using it and I turned to the TNs. And I learned a lot by doing that. And I made a different big journal to use in the same way that I did the TNs. But I will explain that now. So I'm going to show you some of the pages that I did do in this book. And it's only the first two signatures that I really used. It's already quite thick. So it starts like this. Wow, I have to stop saying It's very irritating. This is wrapping paper that I used as the end sheet. It's really quite thick. It's almost like a cardstock, and that's why I loved buying these and using these. I have quite a few different kinds of wrapping paper that I use as papers in my journals. They're very thick, and this one is matte and it's just lovely. So I thought it went perfectly with the purple. And then that's my name, and this is the title page from Nick the Booksmith. And so this is the 1st of January of this year that I wrote down, and this is a quote: "Life is too short to spend it at war with yourself." I don't know who said that. I got it on Pinterest or something, and I thought it was really pretty, and so I wrote it on here. This was Christmas. So I like this page, but like I said, the colors are kind of disturbing the journal to me. Maybe some of you are watching and thinking that is really stupid, but I don't know. It just wasn't flowing for me. I like this page. This is really, really, I loved this. I just printed it with my little selfie printer, photo printer, and this was about school, and I think this is one of my favorite spreads I've ever done. I just love how it looks, and this doesn't bother me too much in this journal, because it is on 2 pages that aren't really purple. And I love this because I loved these books that I made, and I was very proud of how they came out. So yeah, and so this is a nice page, and I like these. This was an idea for a notebook that I had. I did make this, and then some drawings that I was practicing. So this is okay, but there are so many that I just don't like. Oh, this is a recipe from my dad's handwriting, and some random things. And because my journals tend to look like this, like random stuff in it, I felt like it was disturbing the journal. I don't know, it just didn't flow all that easily. And like this page, I like this idea with the acetate pocket, and I like the like the photograph in it, and I like the writing, but not in this journal. I don't know. It wasn't going the way that I would want it to when journaling. It's completely faded. This is a envelope I made out of one of Nick's eco dies. Again, printed some favorite things: Graphics Fairy, Nick the Booksmith, Johanna. And yeah, so this is, again, I love how this page looks, but it was ruining the purple. This is my little nephew, some writing, some snacks. So yeah, it's not that I don't like the pages, it's just they don't fit with the journal, in my opinion. I don't know, I was finding it very difficult to just really easily let the journaling come to me and just flow. I just, it was very difficult. Again, love this page. I was just gonna leave it like this, very simple. But again, I don't know, this journal, it's being disturbed by the journaling, and I just don't like it. And this is also one of my favorite pages. So I like some of the pages that I did, but just not in this journal. So I stopped using it, and I think what I'm going to be using this journal for is writing, because I do like how the black pen just, you know, writes on everything. And I will maybe make some note paper that goes with the purple theme and make some of my own papers using Photoshop that is purple. And if I do stick something in it, stick to the purple theme and mostly use it for like my more personal reflective writing. So that is how I intend to fill this one up. So this kind of caused a journaling block for me, and I started using the TNs, and they became so fun and so easy. It was so fast to fill up a page. It was very inspirational because I just put any kind of papers in it, and the one did have mostly green like papers, but I was very free with what I put in there because I wasn't as concerned over disturbing the pretty pages. And so this was really fun, and I learned a lot about how I like to journal and what kind of journaling I like to do and how I like to put a page together. And I realized that I like things simple and not too involved. What happened with when I started doing creative journaling and junk journaling was that I felt this pressure to make a perfect, beautiful, interactive artwork of a page every single time. And it's pressure, and it takes the purpose out of the journaling. And this allowed me to be very free with it. So I'm quickly going to just show you what I did. This one I think also has more writing in the start, and then it kind of turns a little more creative. Swatch page. This one is not finished actually. I want to do some quotes or photographs on it, and this one I just doodled with a gold pen and black. So yeah, this is how I realized, you know, what I like to do, and I definitely do like to write a lot. Writing is very important for me in my journals, and so this was just before my birthday, and so this one taught me a lot, this size, about what I like. And then this one I think became more creative, like with sticking stuff down, and it was just so fun using this. And I loved that it filled up really fast. So this is also from Nick the Booksmith. See, there's a lot more gluing of stuff going on and quotes. I just loved working in these. And so I learned what I really like when I journal. So I made a bigger journal for myself that had more random pages, random colors, just random everything that I could feel I could put anything into without really going against the theme of the journal. And that is when I made this one. This is by far and away one of my, if not my favorite journal I have made and used. And it is blue and red, and this color theme just kind of stuck in my head after I'd watched an older video from Nick the Booksmith, where someone had gifted her a textile, a fabric that had like this turquoise blue and red in the fabric. And I just love that color combination. And when I wanted to make a new journal for myself in lieu of these, you know, have something bigger to work in, I just wanted to make it blue and red. So this is not a turquoise blue. It looks more periwinkle. I mixed ultramarine light with a little bit of white, and that's what I came up with. and I mixed a little bit of blue with the red to make it a little bit darker. And so this is how the cover came out. This one has been used and loved a lot. So yeah, this is just, and it has some silver. And I put all random pages in it. Random colors, random patterns, random everything. And I just loved putting this together and that it's so random. So I'm starting from the back because I've used the front. But this is Tim Holtz memoranda. I love this paper pack. This is just the most beautiful thing. And some note paper. And I didn't do any coffee or fabric dyeing on these papers. It has only plain papers, no dyeing. So there's a lot of white sides that has nothing on it, which I also realized I like using. And I like building up the pages with my own things, sticking stuff down, and having some patterns to work with. And I learned this from watching Johanna. And the journal that she is currently using is very similar in that it has pattern sides and blank sides. And I thought I would give that a try and not dye anything. No coffee dyeing, no fabric dyeing, just prints and scrapbook paper. And I am really loving using this book. It is amazing. So yeah, I'm not going to flip through the whole thing, but so this is what it is. It's much more random, no color theme, no theme of any kind, just completely random stuff. And it is working perfectly for how I like to journal right now. And I filled up like the first part of the journal. So this is also just like 3 signatures, and it's already quite fat, so I'm gonna have to maybe start working towards the back and figure it out so it doesn't get too fat. But this has been lovely, and I have figured out exactly how I love to journal by using this book after using the TNs. And so I did put a lot of pictures on Instagram of these books and explained a bit about, you know, all of the pages on Instagram. So I will, you know, link my Instagram. But so I'll just quickly show you some of them. So this is how it has been looking so far. And okay, that page I don't want to show because it has an address. So this is much more free and photographs and writing. This is one of my favorites. And so yeah, this has just been so easy for me to do. I actually filled out the first signature within a week. It was so fast, and I've just been loving using it. So I learned a lot about how I like to journal, and I've been implementing that in this book, and it's just been so incredibly fun. And that is basically it for what I wanted to talk about in this video. So I think that this video is a little all over the place and maybe doesn't make all that much sense. But I hope that it was just a good check-in about how I've been doing and what I've been doing in my absence. And I know I don't have that much viewers at the moment and subscribers, but I still want to take this seriously for those who are watching. And, you know, I do want to build this up, and this is kind of something that has helped me a lot. So I do want to share it, and I do want to create more things and put more things out there on YouTube and Instagram. So if you were maybe waiting for a video from me, or you stumbled upon this, I hope that you do come back and that you found something interesting in this video. And please have a look at my other videos. And I think that next time will be a process video. And yeah, so I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.